Hey everyone, welcome to another stream. Now, I'm sorry there haven't really been anything going on the channel about 2 weeks or so, but I personally wasn't well enough to do any kind of videos or things, because I've had COVID over the past almost 2 weeks now, but it's towards the end of it, so it's not that bad right now. Hopefully I can still manage this stream, because I usually talk a lot. I don't know how much I'm talking in this stream, but I'm just going to try and do everything normally and see how things go. So anyways, another unit and arc. Thing about this is this unit and arc was 100% expected to be released very soon. If you did finish the most recent story, or at least looked at it, because I finished the most recent story a few weeks ago. Like when it came out, I played a lot of that story because main reason I like this game is because of the story, mostly. So there was the story was mostly about Mia, Prefect of God Mia, and Zayx, those two units in the story, so it was kind of expected that Mia was going to be released soon as a shift Prefect of God unit. It's pretty cool, because one thing to think about is this is the first Prefect of God unit that they've released, and they've opened, basically, in the new story at the end, they open a lot of new doors for future Prefect of God units and even future Advocate of God units. I think the story behind it really is the Prefect of God units are supposed to be like above the Advocate of God units. I think that's what it probably looks like in a story. The Prefect of God units are just controlling the Advocate of God's telling them what to do. I really like the most recent story. There wasn't too much to it. It was mostly just story. But let's get on to the unit and the arc. This was expected. I knew as soon as I saw the unit picture teaser, I knew there was going to be Yarak in here, which is unfortunate because obviously it's a Yarak first of all, but we just had a collab that ended, so not many people are going to have a lot of crystals for this UR arc, but you shouldn't be trying to aim for a UR anyways. Let's have a look at the unit first. I haven't looked too much at this unit or arc yet. I've only looked at the video and stuff, haven't looked at any testing or anything, so most of that's going to be in this video, or stream, what do you want to call it. I am mostly looking forward to the unit itself, because the arc, since it's a UR arc, I'm not expected to get it, and I'm not going to go full ham for that, because that's just going to be stupid to pull for UR arc. I've done it once, I wasn't happy about it, it wasn't worth doing, so at least I did it once. So she's a god type unit, which makes sense. Stats are pretty impressive if you look: 7,000 HP, 1,500 strength, 1,100 defense, 1,300 intelligence, and almost 1,300 mind as well. Pretty good stats, quite impressive stats. Obviously, it's just like, I was originally thinking that this unit was going to be like the start of a new type of power creep or something, because Prefect of God units are like a new thing starting now. Nil to stun is very useful, and nil to curse, so those two, very good to have. Weakness is silence, and poison doesn't really matter too much unless you are trying to use something like any type of magic, like Honey Elixir or something. That might be a problem. But for Arena, that doesn't really matter too much unless you want her to cast like Blizzard or healing magic. She's probably not going to be able to unless you can make that to at least resistance. Abilities are nothing crazy. You kind of just have to look at, kind of have to try her out and look at her animations to really see those skills, because they're just basic skills. Medium area, long range, light combo attack, skill 1. I think it's like 7 hits or something. I think her main skill is going to be a skill 3, is a close the gap skill, and it's 20 hits and it's pretty fast, so I'm quite excited about skill 3, personally. The skill 1, 2, they're okay. Skill 2 is a charge, so this could be good. I don't know if anyone did this, but what I did the other day, before, when we got the unit teaser, I just went into the story stage of when we were fighting Prefect of God Mia, and I just used tank unit and just took a lot of hits, just so I can see what skills she was using, and it was these 3 skills that she was using in the story, so the skills that do happen in the story do reflect the actual unit that does get released in the future, which is interesting. Same happened with like melee and stuff like that. Divine Depths special is a powerful light combo attack to all enemies, kind of basic, but it's around 50 hits or so, so if she does have some good damage cap increases for special damage, then it could be okay. But overall, there's nothing really special, just looks like a kind of basic DPS unit from these skills alone. Would have been nice to see like some kind of supportive skill or something, but sometimes I ask for too much. I think most things are going to be in her traits and skills, most likely. That's what it looks like. So, if you know original Mia, she was kind of underwhelming in a way, but I saw the potential because of her Thunderbolt and her unique buffs where she levels up and gets more damage cap and stuff like that. It was good. The only problem was her damage cap was insanely low and she couldn't reliably keep those levels for the damage cap. But what I liked about original Mia was her Thunderbolt attack, because it was basically guaranteed, well, not guaranteed, but it was an extra attack, and if you dual wield it was pretty good. You did like 3 hits, and when dual wield it was like 6 hits. It was adding some good damage, and I could have seen the potential there with Thunderbolt, because I kind of like the idea of Thunderbolt, and I think Prefect of Godmere probably has some kind of upgraded version of that, but I don't know yet. It sounds like it. So she is going to be a single wield light DPS unit, which the last one we had was Adele and also Shift Roland. Those are 2. So she's going to have to really be pretty good to compete with those top tier units, because we've got Adele, which is light, and Luke, which is light and broken as a unit itself. So yeah, I don't know if she's going to be on that same, pedestal as those units, but I think she's going to be unique. When only one weapon equipped is one sword, so a sword again, I know it sucks, but it's expected. Light damage 30%, damage cap 15,000. Good damage cap. Damage 30%. Would have liked to see more than 30%, really, because we've seen other traits for sinkable DPS units like Starn or any other units that have like higher than 30% damage, which isn't much. When using skills, activate a pillar of light that deals powerful damage to target enemy. So this is kind of the same as original Mia, where she has a chance to activate a Thunderbolt attack, but that when she activates that, there's a chance that it decreases her level. I didn't like the way they did original Mia, because her damage cap was just too low, but she was very good in arena for a while because her damage was really high and she had Human Slayer. This powerful Pillar of Light, it says when using skills, so it doesn't say there's a chance for a Pillar of Light. It says when using skills it activates a Pillar of Light. So what it sounds like is it activates a Pillar of Light every time you use a skill. I don't know how many hits or anything because I haven't seen it, tested it yet, but that's going to be the purpose later on to try that out, because I'm interested to see that. Probably similar to Thunderbolt, really. Physical damage cap to enemies weak to light is pretty good. We've seen this on a few units now, mostly Starn. He's got a similar thing but with fire, so yeah, that's good. But I don't understand. I kind of understand, but I don't. This part where it says physical damage cap to enemies weak to thunder. Now this doesn't make sense. I mean, to an extent, maybe. If you knew nothing about the unit, it makes no sense at all, because she's a light DPS, no thunder in here at all, but she gets increased physical damage cap to enemies weak to thunder by 3,000. 3,000 not much. It's something. You don't really need to worry about it too much. It's kind of just an extra boost to an element that she's not using. Is strange, but I kind of understand it, because the reason why they added that is because her original form was thunder to begin with, so they're going to try and combine the light and thunder a little bit. So it's a bit weird that there's more damage to thunder even though she's light, but it's something. I guess this could have just been plus 15,000 instead of the plus 3,000 for thunder, but it's fine. It's still a lot of damage cap here, so that's good. And then trait 2 is quite good as well, but it's more focused on surviving. Battlestar give revive effect to the unit. No time limit. Very good to have. It's kind of like the accessory from Great War of Ruin, Archive Reward. It's kind of the same thing, where you get a revive effect. It's a buff though, so I don't think it's going to stack with any other buff, but it's still good though. Guarantee revive. Won't flinch from magic attacks is where it starts getting interesting, so I can see some good potential, because won't flinch from magic attacks is very useful. When taking magic attacks, damage taken minus 50%. That's a lot. Damage of the next skill used plus 30%. We've seen that on someone like, I think Shift Roland has something like that. I haven't used him in ages, so I don't know, but seems kind of similar. I think this alone is going to make her useful in arena against magic users, but the problem there is she might counter magic altogether, or at least a huge part of magic. Obviously, if some team is using like one mage and then the rest are physical DPS, then I mean, I guess it's fine. But she's gonna survive a lot against magic, I can tell. Minus 50% damage taken from magic, and you won't flinch from magic. I like not flinching. It feels very nice just to spam skills and take hits, and you're like, I don't care. I'm just gonna keep hitting you anyways. And she can do the Pillar of Lights and stuff, so this seems good to me so far. The skills, a new anima, all enemies thunder and light resistance minus 10. It's only 10, it's not 20, but that's because it also gives magic damage dealt minus 30% to all enemies, so I can see that being useful for sure. Like, let's say for example, using her in an arena team, right? And you're attacking like someone's defense that uses full magic. You can just use her anima, and if she's your main DPS or something, she's probably not gonna really take any magic damage at all, and she's not gonna flinch from Blizzard, which is the main thing. So it sounds good to me. And since it does decrease resistance, it's going to stack with other things like weakness, which will be useful. I just wish it was 20. Attack up max, magic defense up 4 and 5 max. So I'm going to have a lot of mind. I wish he had something like Shift Balin, which increased her attack based on mind. She might do, now I think about it, but I haven't really properly looked at these skills, so I don't know. Fighting Spirit 5, I don't know why it's max. It's attack up max is 5, and then Fighting Spirit 5 is just 5 and not max. It messes with me sometimes. It's off-putting because that implies that 5 is not max. I guess 12%. Whatever. Esoteric up 3 is good. She's got a lot of stat increases. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Guard, Spell Guard. Yeah, obviously. Doesn't have any other guard skills, just Spell Guard and Guard. There you go. Obviously, you're going to need more guard skills if you want to benefit from those guard things. Like, she's not really going to be able to survive physical damage. That's going to be a problem. So you probably need to be quite tanky against physical attacks if you want to use an arena, I would assume. Brute Slayer is good. Beast, Plant, Insect, Bird, Fish, and Creature. And Human Shield. No special boost to increase Slayer damage, but that's fine, I guess. Most units we've seen have had special boost, so I kind of would have expected that by now. But it's still nice. Human Shield is definitely like aimed towards arena. If you think about this, this unit is mostly aimed towards arena to counter magic. It really is. That's what they're doing with this unit. Just we're tired of people using mages in arena, so we're just going to release this unit that's going to completely counter all of them. That's what they were thinking when they made this unit. Because she's a god type as well, so she's not human type and she has human shield. Most units in arena are usually human type when they're a tanky unit, or even a mage, most of the time, I think. So this is going to be good. Auto regen is like who cares? It's something, I guess. Auto haste is good, I guess. To have. Awaken 2 is good. Instead of Awaken 1, it's nice to have. Light High Drive. No Mega Drive. Here's the thing. She's got Light High Drive and Light Attack Raise, but she doesn't have a Light Attack Raise 3 or even Light Mega Drive. So she's losing some damage cap there, because most units would have upgraded of these skills, like they would usually have Light Mega Drive or even Light Attack Raise 2 or 3. Is none of that here. But Light Mega Drive is on an arc if you have that. Probably don't know, it's on a UR. So Goddess Kiss, I like that a lot. Saves a lot of SC because it's useful to have. Sky High and a new one, Sky High 3, which they're just adding another number on it and then making it better. Damage to airborne enemies 30%, damage cap 2000. It's interesting. I do like it, it's just, if you think about it, if you're attacking a boss that can never go in the air, then this is never going to do anything. But if you're in arena or something, then yep, it's going to be useful for sure. It's just damage cap, just like whatever, but it does stack, so it's nice to have. I'm pretty sure Serenity was the one I was thinking of. Thaumaturgy Ring Plus. You could put on Thaumaturgy Ring on top. I usually think these, like, it looks like she's going to have a lot of damage because she's got high intelligence, high strength, all that stuff. And she's got some good damage numbers, some good damage skills, but Thaumaturgy Ring Plus, and you put on Thaumaturgy Ring as well if you want. That would be some huge damage, it sounds like. And then we got Serenity, which boosts physical damage based on mind. There you go, that's the thing I wanted. I really wanted that. When physically attacking, enemy defense minus 50% deal damage. Here's the thing. She's gonna scale off intelligence, strength, and mind for her physical damage. That's pretty crazy. And in my head, that sounds like she's gonna have some crazy damage, for sure. It's just, sometimes that's not the case with some units, because they just lower their skills damage anyways, or they just give them less overall damage skills, so the overall unit's kind of the same or worse. So I'm hoping it sounds really good to me, because more minds, more damage, more intelligence, more damage. It's gonna be really good. I really want to try that out. Magical damage healing 2, yeah, makes sense. It's more of that. Swordsman mindset, sure, why not? Strength, close defense, yeah, good stuff. Favored sword, as expected. Sword boost and mega boost. Now, one thing to note is she doesn't have Doppelhander, so you're gonna need to put that on her because she is gonna be equipping a sword for sure. I mean, you don't need to really. I mean, actually, you do because her trait 1. So yeah, you need Doppelhander. She doesn't have it, but it's on an SSR arc, so you don't really need to worry about that if you've got it, because it's a permanent arc that you could get anytime. So you can add some good damage cap skills on top of her. That's good to know. Clove's Mega Boost, it's just nice to have. Armor HP Plus, I'm pretty sure that's on a new UR as well, which is good, because you could use this on certain tank units that don't have this already. Ultimate Boost 3, Power Specials, sure, why not? Sharp Eyes, I do like it for Arena, it's very nice. Prefect of God, well, that kind of speaks for itself. I'm assuming, what is this skill? Anti-type damage cap 3000 to non-god type enemies when taking attacks with an anti-god type effect, damage minus 40%. Here's my theory. Since this is called Prefect of God, every future Prefect of God unit should have this skill. That would make sense. That's why they called it just Prefect of God and made it kind of a generic name and an icon and not just focused on this unit, because they're going to put the skill on future Prefect of God units that are going to be God type. So think about that. That will be good. Anti-type damage cap to non-god type enemies. It's nothing crazy, but when taking attacks with an anti-god type effect, damage minus 40%. It would have been better to just kind of nullify Slayer effects, but whatever. When only weapon equipped as one sword, like damage 30%, damage cap 5,000. There you go. You need a sword. If it wasn't already obvious from the trait one. Physical damage guarding enemies 75% is a lot. That's only really applicable to arena and specific enemies that have a lot of guard. There aren't that many, so it's mostly arena. This is going to be very good. And more special damage too, because why not? And I don't want to pronounce this. Continuous magic barrier and Métis effect. Galder block. There you go. Continuous magic barrier and Métis. Yeah, Métis is gonna increase her physical damage too, so that, yeah, I like this. Yeah, I see some very good skills and some good potential for sure. She's gonna be the one thing that I've been wanting and I've been asking for, kind of, is a magic tank unit. She seems like she's gonna be that unit, but also able to do a lot of damage as well. So I'm quite happy with that. Looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, I think it's good. Obviously, I don't know how she's gonna be in testing and things like that. Like, what's her damage really gonna be like in arena and things like that. We are gonna do some of that testing later today, because I'm hoping we get the unit early and we can just have fun with her and test her out. Because that would be great, because I've already learnt a bunch of skills on her already. But before we get there, there's a lot of other stuff we need to do first, like summons and blah blah that stuff. But UR-Arc next, Archbeing Mia, Lumare, I'm not going to pronounce that anymore, because I failed terribly. Good art, like always, another UR-Arc. Good strength, mind, makes sense. The arc trait is interesting. I can see it having some good uses. For sure. Mostly just a few uses, but all attribute magic damage taken minus 20%. Good. Lily and Melee had their specific UR arcs to make that unit incredibly strong. I don't think this is to the same extent as that. It really doesn't look like it, but it's still good though. One thing is the main thing about this trait is when only one weapon equipped as one sword. Give skill attacks an anti-human type effect. This is the first time we've seen this, and this can be huge, maybe, for like arena. And if you think about it, given an anti-human type effect, it is pretty good. It's very good. Because anti-human, a lot of units in arena are human type, and when only one weapon equipped as one sword, like units like Adele and Starn, Jian can now get anti-human type effect on their skills because they equip one sword. That's going to be very good. That's probably the main thing you're going to use this arc for, I think. And then you get damage cap, obviously, because it always has damage cap. Damage cap to enemies weak to thunder / light plus 2000. If weak to both, damage cap plus 4000. This is good because it's all damage cap. So hear me out. I'm thinking if you're using someone like any non-attribute DPS unit, but the enemy is weak to light and thunder, they're gonna get plus 4000 damage cap, even though they're non-attribute or whatever element they are. It doesn't matter. It's just depending on what the enemy is. If the enemy is weak to thunder or light, doesn't matter what element you are. For that case, I can see this being very good in certain cases where the enemy has negative resistance to thunder and light. This will be very good because, again, 4000 damage cap to dual wield units all the time is very good. So it's a good trait for sure. I would definitely want to use this and test it out for sure. But the only thing you got to think about is it doesn't really give you more damage. Like, you got the human slayer effect, right? But if you just want to use this for the damage cap and that's it, you're going up against a god type boss that is weak to thunder and light, you're only going to get the damage cap plus 4000 and take less magic damage, and you're not actually going to get any damage from the trait alone, so you've got to think about that. Skills, interesting skills. Light Drive, Armor HP Plus is nice to have. Spell Guard, Magical Damage Healing 3 is the first time we've seen this. Could be good for sure. You could put this on any tank unit or any unit you want now, if you get it. Holy Assemble and Assemble, I probably wouldn't use this. It's another one of those skills that's like, you need to have it on everyone in your team, and it's quite expensive at the same time, so most of your units are not going to be light. You're going to have like one light DPS, your other units are just going to be wasting this skill really. If at least 2 allies have the skill, then it boosts light attack damage. Yes, I can see it being useful in certain situations, but for most situations it's not, you're not going to want to use this because it's too expensive, and most units are not going to be light, because in most cases I usually have like one light unit, probably. If I want to use a light DPS unit against a light weak boss, then probably have one light unit and then the rest light supports, and maybe a mage or something. 2 allies 10%, 3 allies 20%, 4 allies 30%. I probably wouldn't use it, but this skill is very good for sure. When hitting an attribute weakness with light, damage cap plus 1500, and when you only have one weapon, then it's 3000 instead. It's very nice because you could put this on like Luke if you want to, and it's gonna give him even more damage cap because he doesn't need it. But that would be crazy. I can see that being very good. If you think about it, this UR arc is buffing Luke, and I don't know why, because he doesn't need a buff. He's already too strong, and they're making him even stronger with his arc. From the skill, yes, but Archy for Reward 2, I don't want to mention that yet. Light Weak Point Breakthrough 2. That's basically what this stands for. I would definitely use this because 8SC, you get some good damage cap. The only thing is it doesn't increase your damage, so if you have a lot of damage skills already, you're hitting damage cap, then this will be very good for you. And this would be perfect for Prefect of God Mia, for sure. For that reason, yes, it's going to make it even better. So you're going to want this arc if you want her to reach her maximum potential, but you don't need it. That's the thing, you don't need it, but I would love to have it. Archy for Reward is a interesting one, it really is. This is a unique sword that we haven't seen before, obviously, but you'll see why. It's a light attribute sword, it's got strength and mind, kind of basic, right? But the trait, when hitting that attribute weakness with a light attack, damage 20%, damage cap 2000. If you don't realize, if you're just realizing, this is a sword that can be used on any unit, and it's not a paid sword. So you could put this on Luke. That's why I was talking about him a moment ago, because you could put this on him and give him even more damage cap. You have his paid sword, and now you have this sword as well. It's very good. Obviously you got to hit light weakness with light attacks, but for light units that use a sword, this is going to be amazing for sure. It's going to be very good, and this is 100% going to be a future-proof sword because it has damage cap. I'm a little worried that they're going to start adding more swords, or at least more weapons that have damage cap on Archy for rewards now, on arcs. Kind of worried about that, because if they do that, I mean, yeah, it's more power creep basically. If they start doing that on more future UR arcs, adding these type of weapons that increase your damage cap, it's good because now you can increase your damage cap for even more, and for more units. It's another thing you probably won't have because it's rare to get these arcs. That's kind of why it's a bad thing, but it's a good arc to have. I'm just not overly excited about it because it's nothing crazy that you need. It's just, it's got things that are good, like anti-human type effect. It could potentially be very good in arena for sure. I don't know though for sure how it's going to be in the meta. Probably not too much, but rest of this about damage cap and stuff, we haven't even looked at the skill yet, but I don't really care about the skill. It's nothing special. You just do a normal powerful light combo attack, powerful light attack to all enemies, damage cap plus 15,000. This is at level 10 though. Light attack damage buffed all allies, and strength defense into mind buff to units and all god type allies. I don't really care about the skill. I would just keep it at level 1 and that's it. So don't worry about leveling this skill because it's nothing crazy. I think if you get this arc, yes, it's very good to have and it's perfect for Prefect of Godmere, but even if you don't get Prefect of Godmere and you get this arc, it's good to have because of the sword being useful on anyone that is light, and also these skills are good to have too, like this one. It would be nice to have this on Prefect of Godmere, but you could put this on like Luke and Adele to make them stronger if you wanted to, or even Shift Roland if you want. He's probably a bit outdated by now, but he's still decent. So that's the arc. I'm happy with it. It's just I wouldn't pity it because it's not worth that, obviously, because it's a UR arc, and pitying that for 400 summons is just asking for too much. I think the unit is good, the arc looks good too. If you pull on this banner and get something new, you're not going to be disappointed unless it's something that isn't rate up. So there's no reason not to pull unless you want to save. We just had a collab that just ended, so you're probably not going to have that many crystals, so maybe you want to save and skip, it's up to you. But if you care about arena a lot and about surviving magic attacks and doing some damage potentially, then get it if you want to, but obviously you don't need to. Let's look at the trading space next, because I haven't looked at her paid equipments yet. So I want to see what they're like, because we're probably going to get them. Event trading space, there is a prism. I'm going to get that because I've farmed some of this event already. That's very funny. This is the most budget sword I've ever seen in my life. This is just a joke. This has to be a joke. This has to be a joke. Light physical damage 2%, damage cap 100. That's the most pathetic numbers I've ever seen in my life on a sword. Like, 100 damage cap's gonna do literally diddly squat, right? 2% damage, like, it's whatever. I don't know what they're doing with this sword. I don't get it. Is this just as bad? No, it's fine, I guess, whatever, but this is just a joke sword. It's just a clown sword. That's what I like to call it now. It's just, why? Why even bother giving a 2% damage boost and 100 damage? I'm gonna stop complaining about that. It's kind of a basic event, really. You just farm it, just do stuff, but there is some stuff in the alchemy, so make sure to check that out. I'll probably have a look at that in a minute. This is the collab trading space. Make sure to trade stuff just in case, because it's got a few days left. And there was a Valentine event that's going on right now. There was a new arc. I haven't really talked anything about that, so maybe I'll have a look at that, but there isn't really too much to look at. A Valentine letter, you don't really get anything, it's just a letter that you can read, so just get any letter you want for your favourite units, favourite characters, and that's really it. And the Prism trading space, I've already traded for those. Trade whatever you want. I usually do Spirit Maiden Theria because she's still good for some reason, who knows why. So, paid equipments. How good are they? I don't know, I haven't seen them yet, so it's going to be interesting. Sword first, how good is it? Well, I expect it's going to be good. Strength, intelligence, no mind, but it's fine. Like attribute sword, makes sense. Continuous brave, okay. She didn't have brave, but now she does because of a sword. Fine. When only one weapon is equipped, light damage, 15% damage cap, 3000. Sure, why not? 3000 damage cap on a sword. It's great. Very good. and 15% damage is not too high, but you do get continuous brave effect, which does add on to the damage too, so it's a very good sword. I'd probably take this because I like it for sure. But would I use it for arena? I don't know. That's a good question, because really you could just use like Muramasa, but is this better because it has continuous brave? Is a continuous brave equivalent or better than a 10% like attack damage boost? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because I don't know the numbers behind that, but it's still good. If you're not doing it for arena, then more damage cap is great to have. I like damage numbers. It's great. Cloth, HP defense, mines, okay. I don't know what to expect from this. It's probably just not as good as the sword as my guess. Magic attack damage taken minus 20%. Okay, well, there you go. Battle start add 10% of strength to mines. Won't faint from enemy attacks. It's pretty good. More, yeah, okay. I see. So basically, it's kind of just making her more tanky to magic attacks. Like, you didn't need that already. She's gonna take hardly any damage from units like Amelia in Arena now, or even any other mage in Arena. She's gonna laugh and just kill them, because she can't take any damage from magic. That's what it sounds like to me. I think, personally, if you are only gonna get this unit for Arena, then get this cloth, because it's gonna be good in Arena for sure. Because you don't really need this sword for Arena, because there are a lot of good sword options already they could use instead for Arena for damage. But if you want her for like normal content and stuff, then the sword's gonna be the better option. That's what I think, because the clothes is mostly just for taking less damage and not fainting. That's pretty much it. Resistance to blind and illness is good too. I mean, they're both good. This one's just for normal Mia. You don't get that one, make sure you get the right one. I think they're both good. I don't know what I would get. It's a tough decision for me, because if she does end up being a meta arena unit, then get this cloth. I'm probably gonna get both, but I don't know yet. Probably gonna get both. But here's the thing, if you get her UR arc, you don't really need this sword, because that UR arc sword is not as good. You do have to reach, you do have to attack the weakness of the enemy, so if they do have resistance to light, it's not really going to do much, but still, you don't need this sword because it's got a lot of good options. Cloth's good for arena. I think that's it for training space. I haven't done any summons. I've done one single summon for the daily summon, that's it. So that's going to be interesting. Well, that's pretty much it for the training space. I guess we'll do summons in a second. Let me have a look at the alchemy first, because there is some interesting things here. You definitely want to farm the event. Obviously you always want to if you can. I always just farm the event because it's quite easy to do. Yeah, both arc and unit is pretty good. I'm quite happy with it. One thing that you should definitely do is, if you have this Zelbius blade, which is from the oldest UR arc in the game, so if you're an older player, you're probably going to have this arc. But again, it's a UR arc, so maybe not. You can now get this to plus 20 or plus 40, whatever it is, so I recommend to do that, because it is going to be nice to have. I don't know if it upgrades the trait or not. I hope so. I don't think so, though, unless there is a Godforge version. That would be nice. And then there's a bunch of stuff down here, like still the collab stuff, and then whatever this stuff is, Mosaics only, right? And a bunch of armors and whatever. Mia only, yeah. I wonder if this will get better when you enhance it. That would make a lot of sense. It really would, because maybe this could actually be good if it upgrades the trait. If all it needs to do is add a 0 onto both numbers, make it 20% and 1000 damage cap, and it'll actually be good to use. But no, they missed out a 0. I swear that's what happened. Actually, I don't think so. I think that's on purpose, because if it was 20% and 1000 damage cap for a free event sword, they wouldn't do that. Yeah, that's pretty much that. I haven't looked at Godfall or anything, but just make sure to do that. I'll quickly look at the event, and then I guess we'll do summons next, because that's what people like seeing apparently. I have learnt a lot of skills on Mia already, so you're not gonna have to worry about that. Pretty normal event. It's one of these events that has the rewards for defeating these enemies. We got 20 so far. That's kind of okay. So 3,000 points. I need to get those 3,000 points. I don't think I have the time to do that. Well, just make sure to farm this. Nothing really else to say about this event. It's kind of a basic one, but I think what's going to be good about this event is probably the story, because there is some story in this event. It's not too much, but maybe part 2 will add more story, if there is one. Should be, for sure. I expect there to be. Yeah. 11 days left. It's not a full 2 weeks, so what is going to happen after this? There's going to be a part 2 update to this event, and then after that, what are they thinking? I don't know. Valentine unit would have been good, but they decided not to this year. I don't know. I'm hoping they're going to release a permanent unit after this, because I would like to have another permanent unit. Let's do summons now, I guess. I don't know my plan. The plan is just to get Mia, and then see what happens. That's usually what happens, is just see what happens. I'm still saving these tickets. This is definitely not going to be enough for the new permanent unit whenever they release. I don't know. I don't even know who it will be. But I'm hoping there's going to be one soon. So there aren't that many banners, they're just these 3. And then we still got Valentine Step Up, and that's it. I don't know if I recommend pulling this banner unless you really want to guarantee yourself a specific unit on this, because if you do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, you get 1 female unit. But if you spend 30,000 crystals, then you can pick a unit. Would I do this? Well, it depends on what your account has, really, because there are some good units in here you can get, like Leona could be good because she's a limited, and there's no rate up. It's only female units, so sure, simple on that banner if you like, but I'm not gonna, because there's no reason for me to. We're gonna be doing these banners. Step Gacha first. We do have enough to pity the unit, but let's hope we don't have to, because it's just terrible to do that. I'm hoping we get the unit and arc, obviously, but I'm not expecting anything. The arc would be a surprise, because I don't plan to pity it or anything. This is a skip, there's nothing. 2 blues is the worst thing to see. I'm probably going to be using quite a few free crystals too. It depends. But I think my plan is to use paid crystals till we can get both paid equipments. And then after that, use free crystals and hope we get lucky from those and save 90,000 free crystals like normal. And then the rest can be... There's a blue. Oh. Well, we've only just started, so we can't complain yet, but I'd like to. I like complaining. Actually, I don't. Give me a red. There's no red. Terrible. I'll be surprised if we get anything at all. Definitely need the luck. Obviously, you always need luck. Every time you pull, you need the luck all the time. It's not always possible, and I'm worried, but I'm not gonna think about how bad it can go. I'm just gonna deal with what happens. Be a red this time. You have to be, come on. It's probably not, but who knows. There is something that might happen. There are some SSRs we don't have. Come on, this has to be a red. There is a red. I'm hoping for a UR first of all, but that's not gonna happen. Oh, it's not a UR, but it is an arc that I don't have, which was what I was worried about. I was just talking about that. I was talking about we still don't have these arcs. I'm glad I got it though, because this is early summons, so why were you not the UR arc is my question. Yeah, this is DD's banner arc, I know. How good is it? Well, I haven't looked at this in a while. I don't think it's that great, probably. Damage to poison enemies, blah blah. Yeah, whatever. Two-handed spear boost could be good, I guess. At least I got it now, finally. But I wish it was a UR instead, but I'm not gonna complain, because the game hears my complaining. It's like, oh, you're being ungrateful, I'm gonna give you nothing now. See? It's gonna give me no res in this temple now, because I'm complaining to the game. That's how it works, trust me. It always works like that. So we do this temple, which is free. Red. To gold. Well, it's halfway there. And then we'll do... I don't know. I just hope we get lucky and we don't have to do more summons, because that's always the best feeling, is when you can stop early. I would like to test out Mia with a UR, but is that possible? 2 animations, 3 animations. If it's not a red, I'll be very surprised. Is it more than 1? There is 2, but it's not going to be anything new, because I told you so. I'm always like that. I predict... You're a plus 20 already. Really? Well, I admit I don't use Meredy. She's kind of outdated at this point for a DPS, which is unfortunate. And then, who cares about that? Nobody. Well, at least we got some reds. 3 reds. It's not that bad. Still got a lot of crystals, but now it gets more expensive because... Yeah, you know why. Well, let's hope we can get her soon then. I still want to get the paid equipments, because I think she'll be good with those, for sure. If we could get the UR, I'm definitely not going to be in this temple. There's no reds in here, for sure. I'm just going to skip this one if there's no animations on this one. Well, I'll wait, but you're going to disappoint me anyways, there's no point. Well, there is a red, that's something I didn't expect at all. Usually a Zekus by himself with a blue is just not enough. So there's only 1 red here. There can't be more than 1, there's not. Mia? Has to be Mia, right? It is Mia. That's great. Actually, there was a very slim chance it could have been someone else that I don't have, which is Zoglas. Prefect of the Great Goddess and nothing more. Sword is used to annihilate those who would harm her, yeah. Okay, well, we could stop now, but she does look very cool. I'm looking forward to future Prefect of God units, that's going to be very good. That's a win. Number 1. Now we just need the arc next, but I don't think we're going to get it. I really doubt it's going to happen. It would be nice. I will try, but I'm not going to go super hard on it because I've done that before. And it's gone terribly wrong, like once. But there were some cases like, I think Meilee's arc took me like 240 or something summons, so technically I could still get Yeah, we're only at 21. That's... If we do 3 temples, then we could get both the sword and the cloth. Do I want to do that? Probably. I think so. I'm probably gonna do that. It's just gonna feel bad if I don't get the arc now, because the arc is gonna give even more potential to the unit. See, I always just think about that. If I don't have the unit at their maximum potential, then I'm missing out. It's not really a big deal though, because this game is like, there's a blue. Wow, this one looks terrible. This one's definitely not gonna give a red. 100% no red in this temple. You're not gonna trick me this time. Skip. Well, there's 2 animations, but you see, the system doesn't make sense. We had a Zekis with a blue by himself with the same amount of animations and it got a red. Then we got a Thuria. And it's just worse apparently. It's random. So now we're at 31 credentials. Gotta be wary of how many we're using. I do have quite a few pre-crystals, so I'm gonna use some for sure right now. And let's hope we get the arc, because I would like to have this a lot, because it feels great to have every single UR on your account. Not many people have that. So we're gonna try for it, but not go super hard. Probably, I don't know. I don't know my plan. I don't really have a plan when I walk into these. Usually the plan is just get the one thing I want. Oh, come on, Thuria. You're by yourself again. Where's everyone else gone? When you're by yourself, it just feels like not enough power. Yeah, this one's 2 animations. It's a 3rd one, but does that mean anything? There is a red. Can you be the UR? No, probably not. There is a SSR one missing, still one of them I think. But obviously it's going to be a dupe. There's 2. More dupes, obviously. I'm going to reach a point where I'm going to do singles. That's going to happen today, for sure. Because going for a UR is terrible. Don't be a blue. Thanks. Even though it doesn't mean anything, it just feels like there's more luck when it's a gold. Most people think that, but it doesn't always mean that, because you don't get the animations. Even if you do, it doesn't mean anything. I'm just talking and I don't know what I'm doing. 3 animations has to be a red, come on. There is one. UR arc is not going to be here. Told you. I mean, the chances is, how many on average do you need to do for a UR? I think it's like 200 or something. Correct is 0.4%. So, if you do 100 summons, that's 40% chance of getting it. So if you do 200, that's 80% chance of getting it. So a 250 is, yeah, on average, it takes 250 summons to get a UR arc, which is ridiculous. If you get it before then consider yourself at least somewhat lucky depending on when you get it, unless you get it at 249, which would be the worst thing that could happen. Well, not really. It could be worse than that. A lot worse. We've seen that happen. We're at 62, so we have the unit that's pretty lucky. We can get one of these 2. I think I'm going to do 2 more temples with paid crystals just to get the other one. I'm going to do that. Smart thing to do would be to do a 10 pull and then 9 singles and then save 300 paid crystals. I'm a smart guy, I can do that. I will do that. That saves 300 paid crystals, which can then be used on 3 singles instead of 1 single. See? Because of the daily 100 paid crystals, I'll probably do that. If I don't get the UR today, then I'm gonna keep doing those daily 100 paid crystal pulls, which most likely not going to give anything. I think they did one time. Eldravana, that was lucky. One animation, there is one. It's a unit which we don't care about the units anymore. We want the URs, which are not going to exist in this temple because there's only one red. See, there's two. More dupes, great. Leona's at +6. I don't use this version of Leona. I don't really use Leona as a unit in general. Not gonna lie. This arc is now at +23. Jeez, I've got too many dupes. I should stop now. We're gonna do 9 singles, and then we don't need to spend any more paid crystals as a thing, because we got everything apart from the UR, which I still want. I'm gonna count these this time because I know how to count. I'm just gonna skip these unless they look promising. And to do 9. Last time I couldn't even count to like 10. It was fine. So these are gonna be skips. I'll be surprised if we get a UR from this. That would be the best. Because these are the final summons we're doing unless more paid crystals. A blue by yourself is a no. There's nothing. I will use more free crystals because why not? We got some to use. That's a blue. I mean, this one's probably going to be a gold. That's my guess. Yep, I knew it. Eventually you do so many summons that you kind of know exactly what's going to happen. This one's going to be obviously nothing unless it's gold. It's not, so it's pathetic. There was one case where I did a single pull, nobody showed up, and I still got a red. It's still a dupe, so it's sad, but it was weird. This one's another gold probably, unless it's a blue, which could be too. It's most likely gold. There you go. This one's number 6, I think. I'm just gonna. Yeah, number 7. Probably miscounted one, I think. There's a red, that's not a UR, so that's... I don't think we're gonna get the UR today, which is sad, because it would have been nice. I think there's one, I'm gonna do one more. And then we should be at the final. Yeah, there's nothing great. Singles don't help. Well, if I was smart, I would stop right now, but I'm not. Because I like getting stuff that's new. So if we'd like to get the UR if possible. I mean, I even say in the description that I'm not going to go for the UR. I did anyway. There's 50. Let's get both of them. That's the plan. Just don't get the wrong one. Don't get this one. That would be the worst thing. Because that would be expensive to get another one. There we go. Right. Now what is the plan? I don't know. We've done 81. We got Mia with her paid equipments. We could stop there. But we still got some free crystals we can spend, so I think I'm gonna spend some more free crystals now. But I don't think we're gonna be getting it because, you know, it's quite rare. We could spend 17,000 paid with free crystals and we'll still have 90,000 left. But it's kind of a waste. I don't get it, really. I guess I'll try a few more, just in case, because I would like to get it, so I can test it out and use it. It would make Mia even stronger, and Luke and units like that would really like this. No reds in this temple, I already feel it. No. Great. Zekis again, don't do it to me. You're by yourself and it's a gold. I don't... It's either not gonna be a red or there's gonna be one. It's either one. Usually the first one, but... 3 animations has to be a red. You would be joking if you didn't. Only one. As expected, another duper. How many do I have now? Plus 19. Great. I've gotten these arcs so many times that they just mean nothing to me anymore. Literally. Couldn't be more worthless for me right now. Man, I should stop summoning. This is the same problem I get is, I still want it. I could just get it anyway. But it would be too expensive. It would be something I can look forward to when I'm doing a UR guarantee in like an anniversary, which should be in the next few months or so, I guess. I'm just gonna do a few of these. This makes it longer, I know. But I would like a UR. I don't think it's gonna happen though, is it? No, it's not. Well, you know why we don't chase URs. Because it goes terribly wrong. The time I pitied that one UR was just not worth it at all. Gold is a maybe, but it's a single pull, so don't expect anything, just expect a gold. Because I'm hovering over the skip button right now. There's a 3 animations, there's not even a red. These singles are even more of a troll than the temples, I swear. I'm just thinking, what would I use the UR for? I'm just trying to think. Obviously I think you could use the trait for Arena for Human Slayer. But is that even going to be viable? I don't think so. I mean, it could be like for Mia or someone could give him Human Slayer, but I don't know. Taking less magic damage and then maybe. I should probably save the rest of my crystals now. I think I should, because there's not anything showing up anymore. So we're just wasting these, which is it feels bad. But there's another dupe. Hey, I'll take that. I will. It's just not a UR arc, which I kind of want now. At this point, all of these skills are skills that I've learned already, so we'll be set to teach her to build her up properly once it comes to it. We'll just keep going. No. Really? Why? Why? I think the sword is gonna be good. I just see the potential with like adding more damage cap to Luke, and that's the main thing, but we don't need it. Because what content even requires that? Nothing. Unless in the future there's something like the guild boss thing. Because doing as much damage as possible to a boss. I don't know how many we've done at this point, I've lost count. I wasn't even counting to begin with. We could just come back to this later if we feel like it. How many? 95. I mean, I would still like to have it, really. 121. We're like halfway there. If we were to do 4 singles, which I'm gonna do for the sake of numbers, because 125 is halfway in at least the percentage of things. which then I can then tell myself and kill myself over the fact that it was a 30% chance of getting it, and I didn't get it. I don't know why I do this to myself. And then this one now means we had a 50% chance of getting it in those 125 summers. We didn't get it. Why am I saying this? I don't know. To make me feel worse. And to make me feel like I don't want the game to beat me, so I'm just going to go get it. But I don't want that to be the case, because that goes terribly wrong. When is the next UR going to release? I don't know. It could be like after this. If that happens, I'll be disappointed. We should probably try out Mia now, right? I mean, I'll do one more temple to finish it off for now. If there's at least one red in there, then I'm just gonna go and start showing off Mia. That's the plan. And then probably come back to this later towards the end, and I don't know, I shouldn't, because I don't need to, but I wanted a chance. The thing is, if you don't try, there's no chance. The thing. At least give me a red that's not a dupe, but that's not likely at all. You tell me it's gonna strike, you have to go to red now. That's the rules. As expected, there is one. At least. Only one. Why? Lanceville is a +4. Well, I don't have that many dupes of him. Why do I still not have Zoglas? He's in this banner. I still don't have him. If I get him, that would be terrible. Because it would show up as new, and it won't turn blue, and I'll be disappointed. It happened once. At this point, if there is something new, I would expect it to be a UR, but it's not guaranteed because there's two things are missing. Why am I still going? I don't know. That's why. See, this is dumb. I've got dupes of Mia. I still don't have the arc. She would love this arc. She really would. I kind of want at this point. Is the arc gonna come next? Because I've got many dupes of Mia, and at this point, the chance of getting that many dupes of Mia, not that high. I could just spend lots, but just not fun, is it? It kind of ruins. I'll consider it. I might just do it. I'm gonna start showcasing Mia now. I could get a prism, so that'll make a +10. That would be nice. I don't even know she's good yet, so let's figure that out. Let's go on to the showcase part. If I do really feel like she's gonna be good as a long-term unit, and the arc's gonna be good for long-term, then I'm gonna get it. But I haven't decided yet, because I don't know. Here we go. Prefect of God, Mia. Looks great. Can't see her legs anymore. I'm disappointed. I want a refund. Where's my legs? Wanted to see and they covered them up for a reason. Yeah, I know. Let's, Rainbow Potion. Yep, sure. We'll do that. Because I've still got 3 left after that. So I'm not worried. Might as well use them because I have them. See, that's the thing. I like saving crystals, I end up not using them at all and they just sit there, not being used. Like, what's the point? Might as well use them for something. Another prism, we'll use that. Use a +6. Man, would have been nice to get the arc with this +6 Mia. really would. I could do more step gacha, but I did those singles on purpose. Should we do this now? Is there a reason to do 4th Enhanced Showcase first? Not really, is there? I'm just gonna get this now. I just made it a habit of doing 4th Enhanced Showcase first, but I don't need to. I have no limits. I doubt that. Work up the goddess, sure. Already at plus at 56 SC because I have built original Mia. Let's learn all of their skills right now, and then we'll start trying her out. What's her ward? Whatever. At this point, I expect most players to be able to get a unit to 5th Enhanced now, so I don't really need a showcase at 4th Enhanced, do I? I'll just do straight to 5th Enhanced to save some time. Probably should. Then we have more time to waste crystals and test her out in various events, mostly arena. Serenity, love it. We'll still save 5th Enhanced skills for last, I guess. I want the unlock all button. I need it. I really want the unlock all button. It would be so helpful to save all this time that I'm spending clicking a mouse many times, when I could just press 2 buttons and unlock the whole thing. Why haven't they done that? They really should. It would save. Maybe because they want people to spend more time. I don't know. Sometimes quality of life can be a bad thing, but most situations it's a good thing. I wish there was a quicker way to do this, but there isn't. She's already got 1,000 mind, magic defense, which is good. I like seeing that. It does increase her damage. If with Proud Force, her healing's gonna be pretty high. It's gonna be great. Kind of reminds me of Shift Bayland in a way. I still want the Arc, not gonna lie. It's kind of just haunting me at this point. It knows I want it. It's hiding somewhere. I just need to find it. Favorite sword. I think I probably personally like the story units the most in this game. Probably because they're usually the ones with the most power creep, I believe. Now let's do this one first. Sky High 3. Flying Spirit 5. She does have good HP. Thaumaturgy Ring Plus is in her 5th Enhanced. That's interesting. It's kind of funny, really, because what they could just do is just have a Thaumaturgy Ring plus plus, and then plus plus plus. Just keep adding plus, as many plus you can fit on the plus. Just keep going, keep adding numbers. Add 1 each time. Just put another plus on top of it, and just make it better a tiny bit. Doesn't take much effort to do that. Where's the Thaumaturgy Ring minus? It's like a budget Thaumaturgy Ring. It's not that great, but something. It's not as good as Thaumaturgy Ring, but I think that's all the 4th Enhanced stuff, right? Looks like it is. Now we can do the 5th Enhanced stuff. more SC and everything. Good stuff. Maybe if I were to do more step gacha, I could get more prisms and get her to 100 SC. But what's the point in that? Only if she's really good, but I don't know. I don't know yet. Nobody knows. Light of Mercy. Love it. Because here's the thing is, we have Luke already for a DPS, light DPS, so I don't need Mia for a light DPS really. When I can just use Luke with Trishula, right? I don't want to unlock that yet. I think that's everything, right? Yep. Great. Awaken time. Time to wake up. It's been a long time. Then we can try her out, test her base damage and everything, and just see what we're looking at first of all. Because, I still want the Arc. I probably gonna get it. I'm just thinking, is she gonna be vulnerable to physical attacks? Because her defense is not even 1,000 yet. I mean, she doesn't even have any equipment on. She's naked right now. And her stats are still okay. Let's look at... Why don't I have Honey Elixir? I have Apple Pie. Look at weapons. She can only equip a sword, so it must be a sword. Obviously I'm going to put on her page because it's going to be the best one, but... For light swords, we have a few options. Quite a few options really. Zelbius Blade is good for sure. This one's good as well. There's a lot of good swords. That's pretty much it for light swords that are good, but you could put on anything else. Yeah, there's so many sword options that you don't really need to worry unless you're a completely new player, but I don't know who is completely new at this point, because I don't know how many new players this game gathers, really. 4 armors, she can equip all 3 of them, but she does have Clove's Mega Boost, I believe, so you want a cloth, ideally. I'm going to put on a page for now, but some alternatives would be something with like movement speeds. Like, this is the main example I keep showing because we don't really have any good clothes. This is good for movement speed, less physical damage taken, and that's pretty much it. We don't really have anything else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not really anything else I can recommend, really. Just put on what you have that you think's good. That's really what I can say, because we need more equipment and not swords. Just no more swords. More other weapons and more clothes and stuff like that would be great. Accessories, she's gonna be light, so it's gonna be an easy one. An easy one to make her strong, because she's light. You can just put on Equilibrium Sphere and something else for light, which there's good options for light, there really are, so don't really need to worry about that. This one's good too. Intelligence, Mind, MP. Resistance to Stun and Curse you don't need because you've already got nil, so that's just a joke at this point. This one's good too. I would probably use that. That's a good one. The Emerald Resistance is a good too, so I'm gonna use that one. This seems like a good setup. Obviously you could put on something else, like if you need movement speed, then sure, put this on if you want. I was considering that, but let's stick with this. Now her stats are looking pretty good. She is a single-wheeled unit, and most single-wheeled units in the game do have high stats, really. It's funny. Look at the mind and strength. Even defense is over 1,000. It's good stats. Now let's just put on apple pie. Let's just eat a pie and try her out. I would like to have the arc right now. Try it out, but I can't. It's bothering me. Let's try her out first. 5th Enhanced Showcase. I do need to switch to Steam, but I didn't think that through really, did I? Because if I want to use more paid crystals, I'm going to have to switch back over to this. Well, let's close this out. I'll open Steam in like 2 seconds. It's already opening, see. I'm going to keep Nox open and just press that button. There we go. I can always just come back to the emulator later if we want to do more summons, but probably what I'm going to do is just not worry about it. Do the summons by myself because I don't know. Now let's try her out. This will be interesting to see what her damage is like because I don't really know what it's going to be like. I mean, I'm expecting not damage cap numbers, but around 20 to 30,000 ish. That's my guess. Not this stage. I could do that stage. Let's just do the normal one for now. She's not going to have Slayer damage. The arc would have given her Slayer damage. I know. I know. So, let's use Council 10. Might as well use the anima as well. Her base skill stocks are 4, 3, 3, which is actually pretty good. 3 skill stocks of her skill 3 is pretty good. Most units usually have 2. So, I'm happy with that. Let's try these skills out. I know for sure skill 3 is pretty good, it's pretty fast. That Pillar of Light is pretty good. It's like the Thunderbolt, basically the same thing. Skill 2, 13 hits and then another 3 hits. Skill 3 is the one that's exciting. You see how good that is? The Pillar of Light is to the enemy you're targeting. I'm pretty sure it's not AoE, so I can't hit multiple enemies, but... Oh, okay. They are dying, but the problem I saw there was the light, Pillar of Light at the end didn't do much. That skill 3 is pretty nice, and she's hitting damage cap already, with base skills. That's really something. I mean, they are kind of weak enemies, but it's still pretty good to think about. I'm gonna do that again, and just kind of spam skill 3. They do have light weakness, so if you're not hitting light weakness, it's gonna be a bit of a problem. We'll test that. We won't use the anima. So on this guy, we're not going to do much damage, right? See, I'm still impressed with the damage numbers I'm seeing, right? Because when I use a new unit, they don't usually hit 40,000. 52,000. Though, that's just very unfortunate though. The Pillar of Light is so underwhelming. It's sad. You see, it doesn't do much. I wanted it to hit damage cap and do more than that. See, 11,000. It's kind of sad. That's good, and then 11,000. Why? Why is the damage so low on the extra attack? I don't know. I don't know if it counts as like a non-physical attack or something. Do it again. Yes, I will. I'm gonna do this instead. This will be fun. This should melt them quite fast. I just think the Pillar of Light's kind of underwhelming. So I think for that reason the damage isn't going to be that crazy good. Just wait for it. Target boss. Use Theopolis. And I'm just going to spam skill 3. And they're going to die. Very fast. I like it. I do. It's pretty good. One thing I'm thinking though is she doesn't really have any way to regen or get SCT, so that will be a slight problem, but her skill stocks of a skill 3 are pretty good, so nothing really to worry about there. Then we do the showcase, the proper one, this testing one. This will be good. This will be great. Should melt them really fast.
There wouldn't be a show without me.
Well, I'm just thinking she can put Doppelhander. She can still get damage cap from other places, like the UR arc has that damage cap skill when enemies are weak to light. That's 3000 more damage cap there. And obviously if you put on Archbeing Eljavana, then that's more. And Doppelhander is going to be a good one too. And there's even another one and even more. Yeah, you can add some pretty good damage cap numbers on Mia for sure. So her damage cap's going to be pretty good once you can increase it. I haven't tried her special out yet. Okay. Well, I don't know why you use it to yourself. I didn't want you to do that. Whatever, it's fine. Let's focus on boss and just use Theopolis and kill him. Skill 3 spam. Go. 77. That's good. I like 79,000. Now that Pillar of Light is doing good damage. Now it is. But it's still not reaching damage cap numbers, so I just think the damage modifier on her Pillar of Light is quite low, and you're going to need a lot of damage for that to be pretty good. It does still feel like it's worse than original Mia's Thunderbolt. Feels like it is. 79,000? It's pretty good, for sure. It didn't kill him in one skill 3, but the skill 3 is pretty fast. I can definitely see it being good. And it's a close the gap skill. I like it. Any more testing I need to do? Well, I guess I can try out the special damage, but it's not going to do much, because it usually doesn't. I'll try it out anyways. So I'm just going to use Tinkily special and Theopolis, and then Mia's special should be good, but I don't think it's going to do that much, really. And then Divine Depths. Probably not going to hit much, but let's see anyway. 40,000, it is hitting damage cap, it's pretty good, but this part's cool. Almost killed them all, very almost. That's not bad. But they do have, this boss has minus 100 light resistance, so yeah. But that was like 2 mil damage to everyone, which is, it's okay, but it's nothing crazy because we've got Alice still, but we don't really use her in most content anymore, like time trials or anything. When that was a thing, that was funny. Do I need to do more testing? Well, I'll try one more, just for fun, I guess. I could try against, yeah, I could try against this one instead, which is gonna do, I don't know, I think, what are their light resistances is the problem. I'm gonna put on, if you were to use Mia for a DPS, you'd probably put on this arc for 6,000 damage cap. I would do that, for sure. That sounds like a good idea. This is definitely better trait than a UR, which is funny, for the damage cap alone, but her UR is going to be better for other units that are dual wield. So they have 0 light resistance, and I can just go ahead and use an anima when they stop slapping me. There we go. And then I can just do one of these. That doesn't do too much, but yeah, now it's doing less. How spammable are these skills? Skill 1's pretty good for spamming. I like these skills, I really do. And the Pillar of Light isn't crazy yet, but I'm assuming it should be pretty decent once she's fully built, which I could do right now. I might do that. I can do that stage again, but this time just fully build her properly. I'm gonna do that. So, more Mother Soul spending. Yeah, I've got so many Mother Souls, I don't need to worry about this. Now let's do a proper build this time. I'm just going to do a build that's more like a build that I want to use in just any normal content, not specific to a boss or anything, just a build that I personally would use. So for that, I realize she doesn't have any crit at all, she has no crit. So that's going to be fixed. I need to learn crit up 3. Fast critical is gonna be a good one if I have that. I think I do. Yeah. Fast speed is a maybe. If you got 1 SC, could use it there. Pride, sure. And then here's where we get more expensive skills, like Mega Drive you don't really need, but 2000 damage cap on a single wield unit isn't really too much, but I might as well put it on. I didn't learn Light Drive. Why not? I did learn Infinity Drive though, so I would put on Light Drive as well, if I remembered. Pose of Glory, Pose of Honor, Pirate's Feast I would do, but for now I'm not gonna. She's got Goddess Kiss already, which is perfect. Thaumaturgy Ring, there you go. This is gonna be good. What are these 3? Amazing. Sounds good to me. And now, here's the damage cap. Double hander, 5000 more damage cap, you're gonna want that. It's on an SSR arc, so should have that, but it's not an old one. This one's good too. More damage cap. Swordium Might, good damage. Sword High boost. Now I'm running low on SC already, and there are still more skills I want, so here's the point where I'm like, what do I want to remove? Good question, I don't know. I just shove everything on, and then I decide what to remove afterwards. That's what I always do. So I've got everything I do want on. Now I can just remove the stuff that I feel like is just expensive and not worth it. Like, probably don't need that. That's a maybe. This one's probably shouldn't. Close boosts. It's this tough decision now, because all of this stuff is good. I mean, I'll probably try and keep the damage caps on. I guess purple orb I can remove, and that one was still over by a lot. I mean, giant killing 2, maybe get rid of that one. Probably should do that. And now we're fine. Let's stick with this for now. It's 92 SE, but that's most people's build anyway, because you get 1 prism from the event. So there's the 92 SE build. The stats are like no different at all. But now let's test the numbers. This isn't my full build, but this is kind of a build that I would probably use if I were just using her for normal content. It's not specific to Arena or anything. We'll probably look at her in Arena soon. I would have liked to have Purple Orb on, but I can't really fit that on unless I remove stuff. Okay, now let's target the boss and see what the damage is like now. Ooh. Okay, well, they're dying fast. The Pillar of Light is still not doing anything good, but I like it. 75. That could be increased as well, a bit. But would I? Probably would put on that skill from the UR if I did have it. I think that's good. I'm gonna do that again because it's fun. This build is what I would probably use. I just think the Pillar of Light is just too underwhelming. They decrease the damage of that by way too much. That's just terrible now. I preferred the lightning bolt, but not the mechanics of the lightning bolt, mostly just the damage of it. Now, skill 3 go. And they're dead. I like it a lot. I can't even see the Pillar of Light numbers, but well, seems to be doing pretty decent. Obviously they're weak enemies. I could try against something else, like some kind of boss, maybe, just by herself. If there's a boss that does a lot of magic damage, she's gonna survive so much, she's gonna be perfect for that. And she's a god type too. Well, I'm just gonna go to the boss that I know where it is, and just go with that. I don't care what resistance he has, I'm just doing this for testing. If his resistance is 100, then I'm screwed, but not entirely. Yeah, it's 100. Well, I should have expected that. Now it's 90. See, this is a bad showcase, but 90 resistance, what's your damage? 6,000, 7,000? Well, obviously nothing, but 8,000, 9,000 numbers. Well, yeah, it's not going to do much. But I could build her like I do with Saintly Melee, which is put on weakness in a circle to decrease their resistance. I might do that. That's something I could do. Well, I don't think there's much more testing I can do. I still want the Ark, by the way, it's still haunting me. I'm gonna do a few more summons. And then we're probably gonna go over to Arena soon, very soon. like right now, once these are done, because I don't know why I still do this, but I would still like to have it. So the light drive, light weak point breakthrough 2 would be very good on Mia. I would like to have this on. If I were to have a final build of Mia, I would like to have this skill, for sure. And more dupes of her. I could make her super strong if I had her at 100 SC and all this crazy stuff, but do I even need to do that? I don't, but it would be fun. Well, I'm probably gonna, after this stream, just buy more crystals and just get the Ark. I think. Even though I said I didn't want to. I said I'm not gonna pity Ark because I didn't care too much about it, but I still care. One animation doesn't give me hope for anything. It's a unit. If it's a Mia dupe, I don't know what to say. It's only one red, I bet. 2. Mia? No, but you're at +10, I guess, or something. Yeah, I shouldn't do any more. 86,000. I'm gonna go over to Arena in a second. Give me the luck Theria. That's not luck. That's blue. Unless it's the dark blue color, which it isn't. This one's a bad one. 2 animations. Here is a red. Just one at the bottom, really. That's the final one. A Medine. How are you not +20? I don't know how you are not +20. Because you've been out for ages. I'm gonna get one more red. And then I'm just gonna go to Arena and start trying her out there. That's the plan, Mr. Stanman. I don't know why I say things. Yeah, well, I would still like to have the Ark as a thing, and I don't need it, nobody needs it, it's just, it would be great to have it, you know, as a Theria, but the blue is not good. I tell you what, yes, I've done a lot of summons, but at the same time, I've tried to extend the time that I've spent doing these summons. Get a red, please, that's an Ark, that is not a dupe that I don't have, that I already got. This one's not a red, I just like seeing animations for fun. But this isn't fun when it doesn't go to red, you see. So, yeah, the sword from the Ark is amazing. This one's a skip. I just want one red. But I'm saying that and it's going to be a dupe and I'm going to be disappointed. I'm going to be like, oh, I want another one. Another one. The blue is a skip. It's a red, but it's an Ark. Well, there you go. I guess. I don't know what to do at this point because I've done too many summons. It's a thing. But if I'm crazy, which I am, I would just buy it. We could get more of those prisms too. That would be good. 167. We're not even at the, you know, probability of getting it yet. I'm just gonna do 3 singles to make it a 10 number. That's not. How are you at +14? I have questions. How? I have many questions. Zekis is blue and it's skip. Screw you. I How I don't need more Magi. I need more Arc UR stuff thing. One more 10 pull. I'm gonna go to Arena after this. I don't care if there's no red. I do care, but not enough to do another one. Blue and it's a skip from me. Yep, no red in here. I knew it. I think I'll probably leave it at that. I don't want to, though. I said I would stop ages ago, but I don't, because I can't. I still want to showcase her in Arena. I probably won't try her out too much in Arena. It depends, because thing is, I don't know if she needs a good team built up based around her, and I don't know if she's good for tanking physical attacks, and I'm just thinking I won't have a full build for her because I don't have all the guard skills learnt, so I can't really build her as a full tank, only as a DPS, which might not be a good idea. There's, I just wanted one red, and then I asked for too many, and then it just... Yeah, I'm probably just gonna buy more after this, I think, because I don't want to pity the Arc, but, you know, just give me one red. Ideally, this would technically be the best thing to do, is just do singles until we get it, because then you're saving some crystals. If you were to do a temple and the first pull is the new thing, then the other 9 pulls are just wasted, really. At this point, every single pull is wasted. This is just... I think... I can't even hear the music anymore. It's left. I don't know what's happening. The music's gone, the game's all silent, and there's just blues all day. I refuse to leave until I get one red. And I care what it is a lot, I just... I don't... No. That's a no. I knew it. There's a gold, which we haven't seen in a very long time. Is it the rear again, but you don't mean anything at all, do you? Another blue, I'm just gonna not bother. Not gonna bother. See? Yeah. Plus 16. You're not plus 20 either. I've got some work to do, don't I? I could look at the, you know, time trial that ended. Still don't have any of those. We're at 200. Yeah, we're halfway there, is the thing, and at this point I'm like, well, what should I do? Because I'm halfway there already. Might as well finish it off right. Oh, that's nice. This will help. These crystals will help. I could spend those. Let me look at time trial. Because this was interesting. It always is, but it's difficult. I wanted to get top 10 and I managed it, but just barely, because I physically couldn't do better than this unless I spent hours resetting and stuff, and it was just boring at that point, because I'm on Android. I do all of these times on my Android phone, and the game doesn't run that well on Android phones, especially for time trials, so people that got these times up here using most likely Apple devices, at least the top 2, have to be, because there's no way they would do this on Android, because it's just not possible, is the thing. That's just the thing, is that people like me have a disadvantage from using Android devices, and that's always going to be the case in these time trials, but I still think I did pretty well. Everyone else did well too, but it's been more difficult to rank in these time trials recently, especially since the last one I did I couldn't get top 10 because it was just difficult. And even though I feel like I'm doing well, I'm not doing well enough clearly. Let's go to Arena and try out Mia, because I've been messing around with my teams and they're pretty good. I don't know who I would change out for this. Let's just change you out for now. I'm gonna make a DPS Mia. This won't do well, but I have to know for testing, is her damage gonna be any good? Who knows? Maybe she requires the new UR rock that I don't have. I don't know, because I don't have it. It's gonna bother me, isn't it? Until I get it, and I'll be like, oh, I got it, so I don't have to worry anymore. That's the thing that I would say. So for a DPS for Arena, kind of want her to survive a few hits as well, but I don't know how much SC I'm gonna have, so for that reason, I'm gonna go for DPS skills first. I still don't have the UR, which is sad because we're at 202 summons, and I don't think I can get it unless I were to just pity it for 200 more summons, which is just the stupidest idea. But sometimes I feel like I'm too deep that I don't want to stop there, you know. It's a stupid idea to keep going, but I do it anyway. God Charge I like a lot, so I'm just gonna go with that for now. This isn't my final build, I just mostly want to test this for damage and how much she can survive as well. Would be interesting. Fast protection kinda needs that. Awaken 1 and 2, sure, why not? Might as well. Light Mega Drive, not for Arena, it's not worth it. Infinity Drive is too expensive. Her Anima should be good for Arena. Spirit Breath. Backstab is a maybe. Thaumaturgy Ring is a yes, obviously. So I think it's worth it. Shockwave, I don't think so. Would I use this in Arena? I don't know. Maybe. I'll try it for now. This I won't, because 10% for 6 SC, which is not worth it, because this is 5 SC for 15% damage. As long as you have a light sword, then it is. I like it a lot. I didn't learn Clove's high boost, I should do that. And now, there's a problem that I didn't put on Skill Charge 3, which I kinda need. I really need that. So we're kinda missing out on that. I really want that. That means she's not gonna have enough SC, is she? Well, there's a problem. Maybe that's good enough for now. Just to show it off. I'll just use a similar build, I guess. This will be good. This is really good for Arena. Her paid cloth is really good. Clothes. It's kind of perfect. And for accessories, I would probably put on Equilibrium Sphere and then a Revive. She has one auto revive on her trait already, so this won't apply, I believe. But what will is stuff like these will help. Yeah, there you go. Good enough. I don't expect this to do very much, so for that reason I'm going to put on more SC, because she kind of needs SCT. There you go. And I don't want to lose unless I find an easy enough team, but I don't even know. It's mostly tank team. What am I looking for? The thing, because most of these teams, I don't know if I'm gonna win. Is the thing. What is this? I don't know what this is. It's a weird team. Hopefully it's not on auto. Okay, so she's probably gonna die very, very fast. Yeah, I can't see what's going on. Well, she survived a few hits there, but yeah, let's use a skill 3. What damage? Not very high. I think, yeah, I'm not seeing high numbers here. And now she's got no SC and she's dead, yeah. I don't know if she's gonna be good in arena yet. I mean, from that alone, it looked like she's not able to survive physical attacks very well. And her damage is not crazy good either. But maybe she just needs the Human Slayer. Potentially. Let me just make that easier. There you go. Let's try a few more. I don't really want to do a tank team or someone that can destroy me because I'm not ready for that. I'm just doing this for testing. I mean, because she's probably gonna die from like Vayne, and that's the thing. I don't know what I'm looking for. See this? She's probably gonna get nuked from Lagravos super hard. Not able to kill Jian, and Vayne's gonna do a lot of damage to her. Eliza won't do very much. That's the thing I'm thinking. Anyone that has a defense with full magic DPS, then Mia's going to be very good against that team, but I don't think there are really any teams like that anymore. I still don't have enough skill stocks, well, skill charge for a skill 3. Okay. Some damage going on. Wait, this skill 1 was pretty good. What's the range of the skill 1? Is there just no line of sight of the skill 1? It seems like the case. I can't see, but that's not bad. I haven't really been seeing what her damage of a Pillar of Light attack is doing in arena, but I don't expect it to do very much. Well, she did some damage, that wasn't bad, really. Well, that was good, that time at least. But I'm not impressed yet, so I probably think she won't do much, at least that's what I'm thinking at the moment. Her skill 1 seems to be pretty good. Okay, I'm not going to try to attack Gorm because I don't think she's really going to do anything. Ideally I'd want her to hit to kill Vayne, but is that possible? I don't know, skill 1 does... it's okay. Now you're dead. If I use a skill 3 here, I'm probably just gonna die, aren't I? I'm gonna wait a second. Never mind. Now I'm gonna use it. I can't see what's going on anymore. Okay, you're dead. I do like skill 1. I think it can be used anywhere. I think it's a long range one. Okay. Here's the thing. Couldn't you just use her as a skill 1 spam unit? Just to spam skill 1 at a long range. Maybe. Potentially. There's a skill 1 that says it's a medium area long range light combo attack around the target. Long range. Yeah. I think it can be used anywhere. And for that reason, could try to focus on a skill 1 and see what it does on auto, but I just think if I were to try that, I don't even have skill charge of 1. That's the problem, is I suck with my learning skills that I forgot. It's fine. I could try an auto, but nah, it's not. Nah, fine. She doesn't really have enough SCT for this though, so I need the skill charge skills. Well, I don't think it's a strong enough defense to really. Yeah, I like this team, by the way. I've been messing around with my attack team and it's not crazy, it can't be everything, but I'm having fun with it because it melts a lot more teams than what I have been doing. Yeah. I guess I'll do a few more and then I'll probably finish up soon. I mean, I still want the Ark, it's just haunting me now, but any tank teams, I mean, that's a tank team with a mage, and I was talking about that specific team that Mia will be fine against, but everyone else won't be, so yeah, I'm gonna run out of SCT. So that's the problem, but I won't get flinched from magic, so I should be fine if I wait and then just focus on magic. You're dead. And this galaxy shouldn't do much to Mia, right? Yeah, she's fine. It's not bad. I kinda like it. And she does have a skill that does more damage to guarding enemies. So, that explains some stuff too. But if she had Human Slayer, damn it, then could be even better. Which she has on the Ark that I don't have yet. Well, should I do another one? Maybe. Sure. Why not? You're dead. I'm almost dead. Great. That's good. See, our damage isn't crazy high as a thing, but I was kind of expecting more than that, really. We'll just wait out for a second. That's nice. Skill 3. I killed him. Apart from Adele. That's fun. Well, so far for Arena, I'm not impressed, but I'm not disappointed either. It's not terrible, but I don't think she's gonna do super well against tank teams, at least with my current build she can't. I haven't really tried it. I could spar someone, but I don't really have enough SCT for that. I think if I had more skill charge skills then, and the UR, that would be perfect. Because I'm just thinking, what if she had the UR with Human Slayer against a tank team? I don't know. Here's the thing. Who do I want to attack? Just some random... That's good enough. So she won't do very much, you'll see. I do have an anima which I haven't been using, I should be using. Yeah, that doesn't really do that much. Skill 3 though. You're dead. How much is it doing? Twist Sarah, it's not gonna do much, is it? Okay. Well, it does something. It's just not impressive, you know. If I had Human Slayer, she's not flinching from any of this, I believe, so I love that a lot. It's really good. It's just the damage is not there. It's... I mean... I have a few ideas. Like, what if you were just to build her as a long range skill 1 spammer, like Rain and Vayne? Could that work? And you put on Megalon, maybe, but I don't know. What was the damage like? Yeah, she did most of that, but she wasn't flinching at all. It wasn't bad, really. It's just not impressive. Maybe because I'm using Shield Render as well, because Shield Render's pretty good. If you didn't know that, it's pretty good. Because Spell Render, I just like using something different. Spell Render SAT change was just too much. That I might as well try something different. This team works pretty well with, not this one, Saint Letharia, because she gives SCT to everyone. Well, I guess that's it. I still want the Arc, though. If I were to pity, would I? Maybe, if I was crazy, which I am. But that would require buying more crystals, which... Because the thing is, if I always say that if I don't get it now, then there's no way to guarantee it. There's a gold. Here's the UR. It's right here. No, it's not. But imagine. I'm just gonna joke about this one. See, look, UR right here. This one. This one. It's not. But look how blue this is. See how blue that is? It's blue. Just it's close. I mean, it's not really. It's far from it, but could have been. Could have been one. It would have been great. Would have been perfect to end the stream off with that, but yeah, don't think it's gonna happen. I'm not worried about free crystals because I usually don't spend them. It's a blue, that's a skip. I usually don't spend free crystals because most of the time I spend the paid crystals on step catchers and stuff. If it's not a Zekis or a Thuria, I'm not even going to bother looking at it. UR's going to be in the next red that I see. It's a blue, that's nothing. I'm just going to do a few more of these and probably end this soon. See, a little bit has been good in the past, but on a single it's just not worth the time. It really isn't. 69,000, come on, this is a good number. Apparently not, there's nobody showing up. It's going down from 69. Has to be lucky. Maybe. Thuria with a blue is not good enough. But everyone shows up because... yeah. But it's a skip. Yeah. See, I don't want to do this anymore. I just kind of want to get it done and just get it and leave. But that's not an easy thing that can be done, is it? I think I'll probably just spend more paid crystals to get it later. The Human Slayer on the art trait is good. Wasn't there a spear with Human Slayer on? I think... I don't know. Maybe it's a Thuria again, but blue is just not... It's a gold. This one's the arc, right? Has to be. It's this one. I'll bet 1 penny that this is a UR. There you go, you get this one instead. It's not a UR, but it's funny because it's not funny. It's not funny. That's the closest thing to UR we're gonna get, isn't it? I think that's the case. I don't know when I want to stop, by the way. I'm just keep going because it extends the stream. We get to stay here longer, don't we? Blue, I'm not any time soon at this rate. And I don't have enough, but I'm at about 200 and something, so it's still like a long way off. But I don't think it's gonna come soon. That's the problem. I shouldn't do this, but I don't like missing it. I talk too much about these things, I think, because I'm trying to, I don't know, feel better about the situation, I guess, that shouldn't be happening. When I say in the description of the stream that I will not be pitying this because I feel like I don't want it. I said that. But I can't leave Mia by herself at +6 is the thing. Free crystals are easier to get, so I'm not worried about those. It's just once I start using paid crystals, which I can't do, I could go back to the emulator, which I think no. Why? That's the most funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, which is not true. I'm gonna go back to emulator because tired of that. I know it's not 3rd anniversary, just wait. This button. I still got this open. It was a Zekis by himself, and guess who showed up? Zekis as the unit. Great. Wow. How funny is that? Not at all. How can that be possible? I think the game's just laughing at me at this point. Well... I'm probably just gonna get it at this point. I don't think I have enough to get it right now as a thing. We're at 92k, which is sad. Very sad. Most sad. See, if we look, we should get it in the next 22 summons. If we don't, then we're officially unlucky, and that makes me horrible. It's terrible, because we should have gotten it right now. These are all skips. Yeah. We were getting Mia dupes, and now we're not getting any of those. If we get something new, and it's not the UI, I'm just gonna be... At least the stream's longer, right? It's a good thing. Good thing. I'll do some of those. I'll do 2 of these. So this is what I would be doing if I was by myself. I would just spend all of these, and not care. It's a gold with Theria and Lilibet. This could be the one. I'm feeling a slight SSR Arc dupe situation coming on. How much you wanna bet that I'm right? 2 pennies. Yeah, there's... Look, it's blue. It's the most bluest blue arc that you've seen. But it's not blue enough. It's... too many dupes. This one will give us the prism that we can buy. And then she'll be at plus whatever, I don't... plus 8. Is that because if you're a blue, I'm just gonna skip. Can you just give me the arc now and leave? I'll touch your foot. Three. I don't want to look. I'm looking, I don't... Can I get a UR? No is the answer. Wow. Plus 13. I think we're losing... Yeah, we've lost. The chances are now... We should have gone here by now is the thing. At this point. Which makes things worse. There's a Mia right there. Well, would I be crazy? Yes, I would be crazy. I'm gonna skip this temple and it's not gonna give a red because I know the future of gachas. I don't think we're gonna get it today. Unless I would buy more. But I'm just gonna probably finish it off, aren't I? I don't know. At this point, it just feels terrible. You know? The blue. Well, can it be a darker blue than that blue that's showing up? No. 1 animation I'm skipping. 2 and it's fine. 3 and it should guarantee a red. That's my theory. Why is there only 1 dupe of Roland's, really? I have too many Rolands, look. Plus 14. Too many. I shouldn't do any more, but I'm just gonna get it, I think, at this point. I'm gonna just buy a bunch of crystals afterwards, and then we'll be fine. I'm gonna skip this one, because I have a bad feeling about this one. Unless that feeling is I don't know. I lost words at this point. I knew it. I'm so good at this. Meaning I'm bad at this. Well. Yeah, I'm gonna finish off this step gacha real quick. I mean it. Really quick. Because I don't think there's gonna be anything. There's still nothing here. Wow. Well, here's why I don't go for rocks, but I knew that was the case. Well, you are. This one's guaranteed to be Mia, so we don't need to see this one. There's a guaranteed Mia at the bottom, and there's going to be not another red. If there were, it'll be fun. Because then there'll be UR and Mia in the same temple. That's not the case, because look. Oh. That's fun. I like this. Plus 10. This is good. Could I get a plus 20 Mia? I'm considering that at this point. The Mia at the bottom was guaranteed. The Mia that was the first one wasn't guaranteed. Mia Prism. At this point I'm going for dupes. It's a dupe situation now. We're going for a plus 20 Mia. That's what's happening. We're gonna watch this one. And there's gonna guarantee a red. I mean it. I swear that there's gonna be a red here right now. Is the temple that's... I don't know, I'm talking crap. But it works. It really does. No it doesn't, there's only one. And yes, another Mia. Wow, I'm happy about that now. Look at this. This is the best. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna get 110 SC Mia. That's gonna happen. It's happening. It's happening. I'll tell you why it's happening. Because we are almost there. I know, it's stupid, this situation's dumb, but it's fine. No, it's not fine. It's horrible, but it's okay. Well, here's the thing: is she's almost plus 20, and we got 90 more summons to go. So look at this. Got one more. That's exciting. That's good. We like that. I know. This is the first time something like this has happened though. Because if you remember Lenius banner, we only got him to plus 12-ish. And now Mia's already at crazy amount. I'm low on crystals. I don't know if I can afford this, but yeah, don't pull for URs. You're safe. I will do it for you on my own account with all of my crystals, and I've got none left. That's what's happening. The UR's gonna be not in here. The next one is this temple. It's gonna be another Mia. Is it a Mia? You are. This is not, no. That's not it, no. I know you want, anyone that's thinking about pulling for a UR should not do it, okay? Don't do it. You will not do it. Because I don't want you to. I will do it. Okay? And it's not going to be worth it. And you'll see why, because we need 80 more. How many is that? Hear me out. If we do one more of these, which we can't do because we can't afford it, then we would get the last prism, and she'll be at plus 20. And then we'll be done. Almost. The rest of these crystals are mostly free. 8 times 3 should be 64, so I mean 24. So if we spend 24,000 crystals, that's technically enough, right? And then we got it, and we're done. But I'm not entirely mad anymore, as much as I was, because those Mia dupes kind of changed it, really. I'm gonna skip this one. Unless there's a Tharia. There is. A blue. No. No. When I say I skip, I should mean skip, and I need to pay attention, okay? Because we need that one prism, right? So if I were to do that one more 3,000 paid crystals, then it's the final prism. Arc. Be done now. It won't. I already know how it goes, what happens. It doesn't just give it to you, you have to pay for it. We're at 320, 350, skip. No, kinda no. That's not that you are, that's Zoglus, that's what I was thinking. Finally, in my whole life, I've finally got this guy. I'm not happy about that. I'm gonna ignore that. I'm gonna do another one. I'm ignoring that. That's not another UR, I don't like this game anymore, this is dumb. I've got everything though. I got the 2 things I was missing, well 3 things actually. I was missing those 2 arcs and Zoglus, now I got them both. Why weren't they the URs though, is the question. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's so dumb. Brrr, okay. We're doing 3 more, okay? And then I'll have to leave for like a few minutes. And then after that, we will get Mia to plus 20. And the Arc in the same temple. How fun is that? Not at all. Get the Arc now. Please do it. I want you to do it. Not on my bed, that's rude. Just skip. Skip. Yeah, I'm gonna need to buy more. Skip. No, don't. No, I should have skipped, because there's no red in here. There is one. What is it gonna be? A Mia. That's not a Mia, that's a melee, but you're getting there, you're getting close. I think this is the last one, and then we need to skip. No. That's the best temple I've ever seen in my life. Okay, well, we did have to pity, but hear me out. Don't hear me out. I don't know. I could do one more temple, get the prism and the arc in the same temple. Well, it's my second time actually. The first time was a mistake because it was on this arc, which wasn't even that worth it, really. I shouldn't have gotten this. I mean, if I think about it, maybe it was good because I don't have any dupes of this arc, so that means I would still not have it if I didn't pity it then. I need to do this is a thing, so how are we going to get 1,853 more paid crystals? Well, How else are we going to get more? We just gotta get them all. I need more of these, so I'm gonna get these, and then we'll be done in like a few minutes. Is the thing. And then once we've done that, we can. I don't know what we can do. We can feel better about what we did get. Because getting a plus 20 unit is quite rare for me, because I've only done that once with Saintly Melee. And this is the second time, but it was by accident, and I didn't require using any God Relic Prisms. I can save my God Relic Prisms. Well, the thing is, I know it's a waste to do this, but this is a mechanical keyboard. It's good. It's got a bunch of lights on it. I don't have a camera. That's why I never did webcams, because I don't have one. It's a good keyboard though, but the only problem with it is that sometimes the mic picks it up when I don't want it to. I'm really going to need more crystals. Just because I like saving up 30k page just in case I want to pity a unit in the future. I don't expect to pity another UR or another ARC in anytime soon. And just to let you know, I can't do things like this all the time. So there's a problem. Is I can't spend like this all the time. This is only a situational thing. Unless people make it possible, which I don't know about that. One more. Almost done. Like 5 seconds. Or 3.5. 1. 7. -2. I think we're done. Just need a... Oh yeah. Press button. Magic. We're back. Nothing happened. Don't worry. We just hacked in a little gems. Hacked in some crystals from the wallet. Gods. And now we're done. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Bank does. I don't. This is his problem. Now we can get the final thing, which is this plus 20. Here's a final temple you're going to see me do in 2 weeks. Well, actually, less than 2 weeks, because next unit, apparently less than 2 weeks, 11, 12 days. This, if I get anything from this temple, I will jump out my window and record it for a video. Clip that if you want. I mean it. I'll do it. Because I'll be mad. But at the same time, it will give me hope and realization that things do exist in this banner, and they're not just trolling. Thank God, for once, I was right. Well, we did all that. We spent way too many, I know. We still have 100,000 crystals. How? Don't ask. Don't ask how. It's magic, trust me. That's all it is. Now we can do the thing that we wanted to do. We didn't want to do it, but we were forced to do it. And that is get in this arc. Actually, I would rather have rainbow crystal clusters now. No, I wouldn't do that. That would be dumb. I would never. Get it now. There you go, done. This wasn't all that terrible, really. I mean, this was bad. It really was. But the good news is we did get a plus 20 Mia. I don't even know if she's even worth a plus 20, but it happened by accident. But at the same time, we kind of went for it. I should just change the description of this stream, because this is just me being dumb the entire stream, isn't it? What do we do with 60 credentials that we can't use on anything? Good question. Even I don't know the answer to that. Either you would get these power potions or souls to save time, but man, I don't want to do that again. It's the one thing I don't want to do. Oh. Her paid is just for original Mia. So there's no point. She doesn't even... Because here's what I think. When you get a shift version, usually you don't use their original form anymore. How many crystals we got left? It's okay. We need to somehow get back to 90k free crystals. We need to farm 27,000 crystals. How are we going to do that? I'm not going to worry about it, because I don't want to touch those free crystals for a while. I'm hoping they don't release another UR soon. They probably will. Just for the sake of this. I'm going to use it. There you go. Boom. Fastest level I've ever seen in my life of an arc. And there you go. It's what I wanted. Great. Love it. Well, I'm still not happy about it, but I'm trying to be. It's difficult when you have to pity something because it just feels terrible, but I guess it didn't go terribly. Because Mia, it's gonna be the best Mia I've ever seen. Ever. This is gonna be something I'm gonna mess around with. I don't know how good she is, and she's plus 20. It wasn't intentional. I hope this SC is now gonna make her a unit I'm gonna want to use for Arena for a long time. If not, then I'm worried that it was a waste, but let's not worry, let's just enjoy what we have. We could do some more testing or things, but we've been here for almost 2 hours, 40 minutes at this point, that I probably... Well, we've done everything we wanted to do. Probably need to have a break and then come back to this and start messing around with her in my own time. Like, I need to teach her a bunch of skills that I don't have yet. Like, all the guard skills and stuff I might do, but there's a slight problem with that I'm realizing. That if a unit is guarding, they can't use their skills when they're guarding, so if she's guarding against magic, then she can't use her skills while she's guarding, so it's a slight problem. But anyways, I guess I could switch out my melee for Mia instead now. It could be a thing I could do if I wanted to, but I put Melee up because she was one of my favorite units. I don't know, I'll consider that. Here's what I was thinking for Mia, for Mia I could put on weak, I could have a similar build to my Saintly Melee. I could put on weak, which will decrease their resistance, and I could put on Dark Circle, which will decrease their light resistance. I could have a similar build to Saintly Melee. Only problem is I can't have this bow, but Mia has her Anima, which will help. Yeah, it's probably going to be a similar build to my Saintly Melee in a way. Well, my second limited / DOH unit. Unless I'm lying on that one, but I don't think so. I could check my units just to see. Kind of want to do that, but I'm just realizing what else we did get today. We got quite a lot. Plus 20 Mia, the UR, 2 SSRs we were missing, and Zoglas is actually quite impressive. Because I was missing those 3 things. So Kyle's at plus 8, you're at plus 6, plus 4. Plus 2, yeah, because plus 10, almost. Spirit Maiden Thuria, I never pulled for dupes for her. I think I had to pity Spirit Maiden Thuria, I think so. Or I was just very unlucky with her. All of her SC dupes I got were from prisms from events, and she's been out for ages. I know for sure I've got a lot of dupes of Roland. Zekos I don't really have many. You're at plus 16, that's close. That's plus 10. Plus 2, plus 4. I really want to go through all of these, so I might do that. Plus 10 and plus 0, wow. I've got no dupes of Eliza, but this version I do have at plus 10. Because I've used prisms on her as well for Arena. You're not, you don't. Plus 10, plus 18, wow. It's surprising really of what this account can have. Plus 16 on this Shin, but plus 20 on this version. The RNG is just very weird. It is. Plus 20, plus 20, plus 20. I really like Sevia. I want another Shift Sevia, because when Thunderbolt Sevia came out, I really wanted to use her, but I couldn't get her after spending 30,000 free crystals when I was free to play, and that was kind of painful. But now, I don't get fazed by it at all. Plus 20, that's impressive. Plus 20. Okay. Where's the limited DOH units? Hey, plus 2, wow. Here's the funny thing. Plus 0. Only just got him. Plus 0. The game doesn't like me having Ruto or Zoglas at all. Because I never pulled Ruto. I still haven't pulled one of him. I got him from a guarantee. Yeah, it was funny. And I just got him today. Good news. There's crystals in here. Because he's an old unit. So, I'm definitely going to do that. And level him up. Because that's going to be good. Lily should be at plus 20. Because she deserves it. But she's at plus 8. Because she's just a bit outdated. If she gets a new form, like a Saintly Lily, I might get to a plus 20 because I have 6 God Relic Prisms right now, so I could definitely get a plus 20 soon. Plus 6. Plus 2, you're at plus 4, yeah. Didn't get many Zex. I never got him when it came out originally. Dormordo plus 6. Here's the fun part. Plus 12 Heroic Lord Roland by accident. I didn't pull for dupes for him on purpose. It just happened. Same thing with Crown Prince Roland, plus 14. When he came out, there was a bug which reset everyone's missions and they reset everyone's accounts afterwards. I got very unlucky with Roland, and I used literally all my crystals and didn't get him. they then reset everyone's accounts to before when that happened, and then I got super lucky with his dupes, and I just kept getting a lot of him, and I just got many dupes of Roland to that point. It was funny, because every time I get Roland, he's too much SC. Balin's +0, why? I never really, I wasn't lucky with him really. Agrabah deserves more. Yashimaru, Alice, yeah, I think, yeah, I'm confirming that my only limited or DOH units that I went for +20 or do have on my account are Saintly Melee and Prefect of God Mia are the only two that I have +20. Baran's pretty close at +12, close to Roland too. Logzeus +8, +6, yeah, most of these limited units I don't have many dupes of. Maja's another scenario, I guess, where I got lucky with his dupes, for whatever reason. Maybe in the future I can get a +20, but I don't need to, it's not that important. Sarah's, I like Sarah, that's why I got her dupes, because from events, there's the best one. +12 and +20, you can tell how much I like Saintly Melee, and Melee in general. +12. I think that's pretty much it. I should probably finish off the stream now, because it's been here for too long. Linus at +12, see? I talked about this earlier. The last time I pitied a UR on Linus's banner, he got to +12, or +10 or whatever. I might have gotten a prism in between then, but I got Prefect of God Mia to +20, and I did the same amount of pulls as on this Linus banner. So that kind of shows something, that technically we were lucky with this. Well, Bowser at +2, Adele +10, I got lucky with him for sure. And I also got lucky with Graphel +8. That's pretty much everyone. Apart from collab units, but whatever. Now I wish I did pull for a +20 2B, I wish I did, but I didn't know. So that's pretty much it. I was considering of Jian dupes, because she's so good. I wanted dupes of Jian, but I stopped myself, and I just used God Relic Prisms instead, so she's worth it for that +10. I used like 2 or 3 God Relic Prisms on her while the time trial was going on. So I think that's pretty much it. I guess I can talk about what I think of Mia a little bit. I mean, I should like her, she should be good because I have her +20, but if you ignore that part and just think of her as a normal unit that you have at +2, because you do get a prism from the event, then I do think she's going to be very good, and she looks like she's going to be able to survive a lot of magic attacks. It's just, the problem is she doesn't really survive physical attacks, and there are a lot of physical attackers in Arena that you need to be able to survive against, because most of the time defense teams are going to use one mage and then some other units that are usually physical DPS units. At least a lot of teams do that. My defense does that, where I have Amelia as the mage and then a bunch of physical DPS units, and maybe like Jian in there at the moment as well. So she is going to struggle against physical DPS units, but in Arena specifically. If you build her to survive against physical DPS, then potentially it could work, but I don't know yet because I haven't tried her out properly. I don't have a full build of her yet, and that's pretty much it for Arena. It just requires more testing, at least this, for me it does. For general content, she does seem pretty damn good, because she was hitting damage cap on those enemies with her base skills, I believe. Even though they're weak enemies, her damage cap wasn't that high though. The only thing I'm disappointed in is the Pillar of Light attack is quite weak compared to her normal hits. I was hoping it was going to be stronger than that, like her original form. Thunderbolts were pretty strong, but maybe if you put on a bunch of damage for light attribute attacks, maybe it will be somewhat strong, but I say she does seem like she could have some high potential for doing some good damage and surviving against magic attacks. In the future, or if there's any boss right now that focuses on doing magic damage, she's going to be perfect as long as the boss doesn't have 100 light resistance. If they do have 100 light resistance, you're not lost forever. Like, I could do one more test, but I don't really have the required skills for it, because I do want to try that out with going up against an enemy that has 100 light resistance, using her anima and weakness and that dark circle debuff. That should lower the enemy to 50 resistance down from 100, so maybe she'll be able to hit damage cap of 50 resistance. If she can, that would be crazy, because that would mean she could be used against all stages, like similar to my Saintly melee. She can reduce resistance by an insane amount. That's why I built her for that specifically, because she doesn't really care about element resistances when you can just lower them. And the main thing why I think that's going to be a good build, she does get more damage cap to enemies weak to light, and a little bit to enemies weak to thunder, so ideally, I think in my opinion, you probably want to try to focus on reducing resistance when you're using Mia, if possible. So that's my idea for a build, similar to my Saintly melee. And overall, I just think she's going to be great as a unit. Any unit they're releasing is good to some extent, but I think Mia does best at surviving against magic attacks for sure, and that's her main thing, I think. But she can do some good damage too. Her skill stocks are pretty crazy. 3 skill stocks of skill 3 is pretty good. Probably able to spam a lot of skills. This UR arc though, what can I say about this really? I haven't really tested it yet. I should probably show that. I guess I can do that quickly. This UR arc I haven't really tested, but I know for sure it is good just from seeing the skills and the trait alone. And the Archive reward, definitely worth having. It's just you don't need to pity it, like me. You don't need to. You shouldn't. Nobody should. But if you do get it, it's very nice to have. Now I'm going to go up against these enemies, and this arc trait now gives me Human Slayer to my skills. So, and more damage cap. This should be good. Just want to show this off quick. Maybe we'll even reach 3 hours. Wow, that would be impressive. So, Winry's Apple Pie. Get those skill stocks. Use the anima. And then I'm gonna try out this. I haven't seen the animation, so I don't know what it looks like. Probably kind of basic, I assume. Oh, I get it. That's cool. That's Zayix in there. Too much lag because I'm on emulator right now. Doesn't matter. It does matter, but 70. They are weak to thunder and light. That's good. It's gonna lag too much. You're not gonna be able to see much. Wow. Now the extra attack is doing good. See, that was some very solid damage right there. Very strong. Because she did have Human Slayer from the arc trait. She isn't fully built yet. When she's fully built with my crazy amount of SC, I think she's going to be insane. Obviously, if you get any unit to 110 SC, she's going to be crazy. They're going to be a crazy unit. Even more, so. But the arc, if I go back to the arc again, definitely has good potential. I think it's on probably the higher end of arcs, but not at the top. Definitely better than arcs such as the ice arc from Linus Banner. That wasn't that great, but this one for sure definitely looks pretty good compared to other URs for sure. Where would I place it? I can't really say, but this has some potential, and like light weak point boost, very good. I think this Archive Reward sword is definitely going to rate very high on the tier list for sure. Maybe like a 9 or an 8 or 9, somewhere around there. That's my guess because it adds damage cap. Probably the main reason some people want this arc is for the sword, maybe. It's up to you. I think that's everything. I don't think I can really say more. This is the skill at level 1, by the way. Light attack damage 15% buff, and strength defense into mind 20% buff to unit and god type allies. At level 10, the light attack buff is 30% instead, and I think the strength defense into mind is like 30 or 40%, usually double. Yeah, 30%. Okay, well, it's not much difference, is all I'm saying. The skill at level 1 is all you need. You don't need more than level 1 skill. So I think that's everything. I guess today went okay. I can't really complain because if you look at what we got, we actually got a lot of stuff. We have these 2 SSR arcs now that we were missing, so that's good. We also got a Zoglis, which can give us a few crystals. Quite a few actually. And a plus 20 Mia with the arc, so it's not terrible. I would say this definitely was better than the linear summons, because the linear summons were quite the worst summons I've ever done in my life, ever. Period. You can't be worse than that. I just wish we got the UR arc from the summons itself sooner. But if we didn't, since we didn't, we got plus 20 Mia, which I guess makes up for some of that spending that we did, but not entirely, so. That's all I'm gonna say, I think, because surprisingly, I've talked more than normal, if that's a thing that I can do, and we were here for almost 3 hours, so I'm sure you're tired of me right now. I need to add the timestamps to this stream, and I don't know how to make the chapters and stuff appear because I do the same thing I always do in all my streams. I just add the timestamps in the description. The chapters haven't been showing up for me and I can't change that at all because I've been looking it up and there's no difference. I've mentioned it before, but if you don't know where the chapters are, just check the description because they are always at the bottom of the streams once I have time to add them in. This stream is going to take me longer to add a description of the timestamps because this was a longer stream. Did a lot more stuff in here, so that'll take some more time, but I think that's it for now. I'll be back in the next stream for the next unit. I don't have a clue who it's going to be, because this Mia was my expected unit to come out soon, and the Arc. It could be like a permanent unit or something. I would love that, because then I will spend no crystals at all, and just use my tickets and farm the event. I would like a break. So I would like a permanent unit next, if possible. We'll see when it happens. There is 11 or 12-ish days for this event left, so the next unit is going to be in like the middle of the week instead of a Thursday, I think. So, yeah. If I wait 20 more seconds, the stream will reach 3 hours. That's my goal. We got 10 seconds-ish, and then I'll leave this stream, so I'll see you in the next one. Whenever that's going to be, I'll try and do some videos, but I can't guarantee it. Bye.